Hi everyone. So today we have another new spread, new reading, new cards that I wanted to use and do today for you guys. So these are called the Enchanted Map Oracle cards, and I'm going to do the 6-card reading that is suggested in it just because I like what it has to say. And so it's just the 6-card reading. I don't know if there's going to be a theme, so I'll name this something more pizzazzy once I've done the reading. But what's important today to note is it's all about the green. Okay, so we have my beautiful fuchsite up here that stands out and connects with these cards. And then we have, the cards are green, and this is green Aventurine. This is Diopside, and this is Chrysoprase. So these are the crystals I was guided to choose today. Already shuffled and dealt the cards and got your piles for you here. So there's pile number 1 with the Aventurine, okay? And there's pile number 2 with the Diopside, all right? And then there's pile number 3 with the Chrysoprase. So I'm going to open the energy, let you pick your piles, and then I'm going to get started. All right, here we go. All right, if you haven't picked your pile by now, please pause the video and do so, but I'm going to get started with pile number 1 and see what they're saying to you. So the 6-card reading, the first card is the past influence, the second card is the present point of vantage, the third card is what you resist, the fourth card is unexpected help, and the fifth card is the next action to take, and then the 6th card is the probable future destination. So you can ask yourself a question for this reading. You may have already done so. You know, it can be, what can I expect if I do this, kind of thing. So, but let's see what your cards have to say. Pile number 1. All right. So the first card, Moonlight. All right. What a beautiful card. And this is the past influence. All right. So the past influence is Moonlight. So to me, like, look, she's got fairy wings. The owl, the wise owl is in the moon there, and I think it might even be a raven combined with that owl. There's a time, there's like, what are those called? Why can't I think of what those things are called? But, you know, it measures time. Sand dial. There's a sand dial. So just noticing the imagery, it's beautiful, and it speaks of wisdom. It speaks of intuition. It speaks of magic with the fairy wings there. Seeing if they're going to say anything to me without the book, or if they want me to look at the book, because these are new cards, and sometimes they like me to refer to the book to get things. Yeah, so the book, it's about the intuition, of course. Your intuition allows you to see beyond the mundane, illogical, and analytical. Follow it. Okay, so yeah, the moonlight beckons you. Come and trust your intuition to lead you into places that may not seem logical. Your hunches will be right on target. Resist second guessing yourself, for your alternative perception is especially sharp right now. You can see beyond the surface of things and truly read between the lines. This is a good time to use oracle cards or other systems of divination to gain information. Okay, so this is the past influence. So your intuition has been beckoning you for a while. That's what the sundial is telling me there. It's been beckoning you for a little while. Spirit has been sending you messages to help you. Success is yours if you follow the signs, okay? Remember that the language of intuition is a symbolic one. It comes subtly through a hunch, a tingling, a clear sound, or an animal or object crossing your path. So yeah, they are saying that Yeah, your intuition has been beckoning you. The wisdom that you have, that your intuition shares with you, is beckoning you and has been for some time. This is the past influence. So you've been led. You've been led to this place in life by your intuition. This timepiece tells me that it's been maybe a slow journey, because the timepiece, I see it as a slow, the sand goes slowly through, and every little, oh, okay, yeah, so the timepiece, they're telling me that's every little particle of sand has to pass through. There's no skipping of steps, there's no skipping of anything. Each and every particle of sand, every little bit of time, every experience you've had, everything is included and has a purpose and has led you to this place. Okay, I see these sand particles now as the signs, the signs dripping through, that they're talking about, the subtle signs that you get to lead you to where you're meant to be going. Okay, so that's what this card is telling you. You've been led here. It's coming very clear. You've been led here by your intuition to whatever place you're at in your life right now. You've been led here by your intuition. Everything that has happened to this point matters and was purposeful and, was part of leading you to this place. Okay, and 5 is being on path, so you are on path, and 1 is new beginnings, okay, and leadership. So you are on path for a new beginning and a self-leadership that is new to you, and of course it combines for 6, which is self-love. Okay, so that's what card number 1 says about that. Okay, so the second card is the present point of vantage. So that was your past influence. This is the present point of vantage. Oh, that's a beautiful card. I love this card. The sacred pool. Okay, so 4 is allowing the path, and 7 is spirituality and seeker of truth energy. So allowing the path of the seeker of truth, spiritual truth. Okay, allowing the path of seeking spiritual truth, and then they combine to make an 11, which is the psychic intuitive number. So when you allow the path of seeking spiritual truth, your psychic intuitive abilities are going to become magnified. They're going to evolve quickly, I hear, quickly. Not just evolve, but evolve quickly. So allow the path of seeking spiritual truth, okay? And now I'm going to read some things from the book they're guiding me to, The Sacred Pool. The world is a reflection of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Embody the love you wish to see in the world. Okay, so this follows this card, which was, everything in your past has led you to being on this, remember I said, to being on the path of new beginnings, leadership, self-leadership, and self-love, because it combines for a 6. So now, be this love, okay? Embody the love that you wish to see in the world. So self-love, love of others, just love all around. Embody that love, and it's going to be reflected back to you, when you do that. So when you look in the mirror, do you like what you see? This card asks that you focus on self-love and self-esteem. There you go. That's what I was saying. Reflect the sacred pool and be at peace with yourself. Okay? Can you see how far you've come and how magical your life is? Yeah, everything has led you to this place. You've come so far. You've followed the magic. Your life is magical. You've been led, to this place. So do you notice the spark of the divine shining through your eyes? When you're conscious that you're the embodiment of spirit, it becomes easier to act in good conscience, and then you'll reap the greatest rewards. Your unique service to the world is not only needed, but it's celebrated. See the love within you, and know that if you cast it upon the waters, it will return to you tenfold. Okay? Be at peace, for you are beautiful and loved. Act with surety and confidence, and success shall be yours, whatever your inquiry was. Okay, so this is, they've been leading and guiding you onto this path of self-love, self-esteem, self-confidence, self-belief, self-healing, all of that. And they're saying now, okay, so today, the present perspective is, do you see what's been happening? Do you see how you've been guided? Do you see how magical your life has been? And here you are. Now embody that. And it's time to see it in the world, to see it reflected back at you. This place that you're in, this place of self-love, okay, self-esteem, self-confidence, self-belief, okay? That's what they're saying with this card. Now, the third card is what you resist. All right, let's see. Oh, coming to life. So this card reminds me of the Fool card. The minute I see it, it reminds me of the Fool card. So that's, you know, that fearlessness and carefreeness. So that's what it's reminding me of. So maybe you resist being fearless and carefree. You know, like you want to be cautious. You want to, you know, be secure. You want, you know, assurances. You want guarantees, etc. But you know, there's no guarantees ever. But, and we see the butterfly down here, which represents transformation. She has the globe in her hand. She seems to be dancing. You know, she's coming to, she was great. She was, you know, brown, whatever color, beige here, but now she's becoming colorful and coming to life. 2 is partnership. 9 is completion, wholeness, fulfillment. And that, again, combines for the 11. So you have 2 numbers that combine for 11 here. So coming to life. Let's see what the book says about it. But you're resisting coming to life. You're resisting your animated self. Yeah, there's more to your life that's coming. There's more for you to experience. This transformation is huge and magical and beautiful, and you might be resisting it a little bit. So let's read what the book has to say. Something beautiful is being born in your life. When you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? So repeating this again, right? You've evolved and grown over time. Can you see the magic in your life? Can you see it? Perhaps you've shed many skins and identities and created new ones, or at the very least matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. You know things take time, and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Remember I said there's something more for you. There's something more, a big transformation. So this card is saying you're resisting it. You're trying to control it, is what I'm getting from this card. You want to control the outcome. You want to manifest it the way you want it, the way you see it. But they're saying let go of that. Stop resisting what Spirit wants to give you. Trust and allow Spirit to give you what they know is best for you. So now is the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. Okay, yeah. So this is let go and let God message, you know, that kind of thing. Let Spirit, let the universe give you what it's trying to give you. Stop resisting it, okay? That's what that card is saying to you, to me. And now the next card is unexpected help. So let's see where that's coming from. Ah, okay. Making a choice. So this is big picture, okay? Big picture, unity, joy, abundance, but big picture, number 3, is what they're focused on with this. And 0 is new beginnings, fearlessness, carefreeness, like the Fool, okay? So interesting. So see the big picture when you're making your choice, okay? They want you to see the bigger picture because, yeah, you're resisting because you want to control, and I say this all the time, you want to control the outcome, or you want to drive the outcome, or you want to, you know, but there comes a point when you're manifesting in life where you've done your part and now you got to let Spirit do their part, okay? And that's what they're saying. It's time to let Spirit do their part. See the bigger picture. There's more than just you working on this, okay? It's time for you to allow that. So this book says you're required to come to a decision now. You're faced with a dilemma or a fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next action. Whatever that choice is, you must take responsibility for it, and you needn't be afraid. You may not have all the answers right now because the way ahead can't be known until you've embarked and traveled a few steps. Trust your intuition. Ask for a sign from Spirit that you will be led on the right path. If you remain conscious and aware, your choice will be the right one at this time. Life is always about learning. Success lies in choosing consciously, guided by intuition and Spirit. So what this is saying to me is, it's 29 and 30, so it's a progression too, right? It's a progression here, I just noticed. And they're saying stop resisting what they're trying to give you. Make the choice to allow it. Make the choice to receive. That's what I'm hearing. See the bigger picture. Understand that they're working on your behalf in the bigger grand scheme of things, right? And allow it, accept it, okay? Accept this help from them. This is unexpected help, right? Accept their help. That's the choice they want you to make. Okay, now the next card is the action to take. The next action to take, oh my gosh, 33. 33, Master Healer Teacher. Peaks of joy. Okay. So yesterday I did the How to Find Your Joy reading. And this is saying the next step is to, you know, understand that you are a master healer teacher. And the 33 is, it's just such a, it's big picture, it's unity, it's joy and abundance, right? The 3 is Trinity, unity, big picture, etc. So you've got 2 3s now. You had 1 there, and be fearless. You know, make the choice. I'm hearing the choice to be fearless and let go and let God, which is what they were talking about here again. Let spirit, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, peaks of joy. So the next step for you is to reach these peaks of joy. That's what they're trying to give you. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's incredible. Stop resisting it. Okay, so the book says your life is filled with happiness, so share it with others. Okay, so the next step is to share it with others. You have a joyful, happy life, or you will once you've, you know, stopped resisting it. And the next step is to share it with others, because that's what brings it to the next level, to the peaks of joy. It says joy is yours today. No matter what your inquiry, you will be happy with the results. You're coming closer to a sense of achievement, and you've worked hard for it. You're surrounded by true companions and events that are synchronistically arranged to bring you to the next level of your life. Yeah, don't resist it. Let them, they're helping, they want to help you, they want to give it to you, they want to bring, you know, they've been leading you all this time. Yeah, they want it to start reflecting in your world. Stop resisting their help. Allow their help. Make that conscious choice to allow their help. And this is what's coming for you, is the peaks of joy. Life is exhilarating and hopeful. Let gratitude fill your heart, and remember to share your happiness. Joy is contagious. So share your happiness, share your joy, you know, as it comes. Okay? And then the last card for you, my pile number 1s, is the probable future destination. And look at that, 34, progression again. Spark. Okay? Yeah, the joy sparks everything for you. Look at that. Look at this beautiful. We didn't look at this card as much, or that card as much, but they're just gorgeous. The butterflies are, look at the, okay, I want to show you. Here, there's the butterfly, right? So these cards are all linked by this butterfly, and then there's the butterfly here. Okay, and then this is the butterfly there in front of her. So this transformation is huge, okay? This transformation is huge. And this is also a leap of faith, okay? The next right action for you is to take this leap of faith. Allow them to help, allow them to guide you. This transformation is huge, okay? This butterfly connects them all. And then here we have the butterfly again. And, or that might be a dragonfly, but dragonflies represent transformation. They represent the spirit world, actually. So, and spark, and look at her. She's playing this violin, this beautiful violin. The hearts are dripping, and it's just gorgeous, right? Look at her. Look how gorgeous this is. So, the probable future destination is this spark. You are a clear channel for divine creativity. Yeah, it's going to spark your creativity, your divine creativity. You are a clear channel for divine creativity. That's what they want to tell you. That is what they've been leading you toward, to understanding about yourself, and to be willing to experience and allow them to help you experience it. There is a spark of creativity in you, and you have every reason to move forward with optimism and hope. Open yourself to inspiration and allow life to show you its beauty and your part in co-creating it. This is the perfect time to give birth to an idea, start a new relationship or job, or begin any endeavor. Attraction is high as you connect with others who can co-create joyous experiences and join with you in expressing the finer aspects of life. Watching a spark turn into a flame and stoking that fire is gratifying activity. All right, look at that. That is your reading. That is amazing. That is incredible. Okay? You've been being led by signs. Every single grain of sand, every single um, aspect of your life has led you to follow your intuition, to follow your wisdom, to see the magic in your life. They want you to see it. They want it to be reflected back to you, this place that you've come to of self-love, self-confidence, self-esteem, self-belief, all right? Do not resist coming to life with their, this transformation they're trying to give you. Make a conscious choice to allow their help to bring you to life in this beautiful, beautiful way so that you can experience these peaks of joy that the transformation will bring and this spark of divine creativity and be the channel of divine creativity that you are. This is an amazing reading. Yeah. Wow. Pile number ones. Go have a beautiful, beautiful day. All right, my pile number twos. You chose the Diopside crystal. It's very pretty. I don't know if you can see the sparkles in it, but it's very gorgeous as well. All right, so let's get started. So this first card is the past influences for you. Okay, so let's see what they're saying. Oh, solitude. So you guys have been hermiting a little. You've been going within. You've been hermiting. You've been living a pretty solitude lifestyle for the past little bit. Is what this is saying, and that's gotten you to a place where you're comfortable in your own skin. Okay. You had to detach to replenish your soul, is what this is saying. Okay, you've had to go to a place of solitude where you could meditate and you could, really connect to yourself and without distraction from others and connect to your soul. So, yeah, that's what you've been doing for the past little while. And this has served you well. This has served you very well, doing this. So that has been your path thus far, I hear. At some point you chose this path of solitude, and it served you well, okay? But let's see what the present point of vantage is for you. Oh, look at this movement. So look at this. You have this lighthouse here on an island, fixated there, and you've been living in solitude there, right? I see this as a lighthouse. There's the lamp there, so sort of a lighthouse type thing. And anyways, you've been solitude, you've been on your own, you've been, like I said, nurturing yourself, your soul, your connection to yourself, and getting comfortable in your own skin and all of that kind of stuff. And that's served you very, very, very well, okay? So one represents individuality, independence, solitude. Three represents big picture, joy, abundance, Trinity, unity. So you were experiencing that solitude so that you could see the big picture, get connected to yourself, and etc. When you combine those two numbers, it gives you a 4, which is allowing the path. So now we get the present moment. Vantage point is it's time to step onto that path. It's time for movement. And look at this, on this beautiful bird ostrich here, there's your little lighthouse. It's kind of a windmill there, but I see them, they look the same to me, on this little island. And it's now this ostrich has stood up and is moving you toward your goals, right? So no more staying in one place, you needed that pause in the motion, you needed that solitude, you needed that rest, you needed that time out, you needed that stillness, but now it's time for movement. Okay, 2 is partnership, 8 is abundance, balance, harmony. 2 is balance, harmony as well, duality, and then you combine those it makes a 10, which is new beginnings. So it's time for your new beginning. Look at this hot air balloon taking off, which represents, quite a journey, a very magical, romantic journey, actually, I hear. But it's time for movement. It's time for forward movement. That's what's happening with you today. That's the vantage point of the present. It's time for movement. I'm just going to look to see if the book has anything. Yeah, you are in a time of positive forward motion. This is your time for positive momentum, and you come out of a period of restriction. So yeah, this was the period of restriction, the solitude, right? You're coming out of that. It's time for forward movement. You're coming out of a period of restriction. You're in a stage of new adventure and discovery. See, before you restricted yourself to this place where you didn't have any distractions to take you away from yourself. But now we can't grow and we can't understand ourselves in a vacuum. It's good to go into the void. It's good to go into that place for a little while to reconnect with yourself and strengthen that connection with yourself without distraction. But then you need to go out into the world, and for true self-discovery, you need to discover who you are in relationship to the world around you. So you're in a stage of new adventure and discovery. That's that new beginning. You may feel compelled to take a trip, change your hair, or move your home or business. Regardless, you can't remain where you are anymore. This ostrich you can't. You were there, and this ostrich just stood up and started walking. So you can't stay there. Your little island, your little hut is being moved. Whether you're, well, you're definitely on board. You can't get off. So yeah, whether you were aware that you were on board or not, you are. So, because you just simply can't remain where you were anymore. You feel compelled to go forward. No matter what your inquiry, you will see your dreams take form and doors previously shut begin to open as if by magic. Movement is also a state of mind. The fog lifts and you now know the actions you need to take. This isn't the time for fear, okay? Let fear go and move forward. That's what they want you to know, okay? So that's what they're saying with those two cards, so past and present. And now, what do you resist? That's what this card is going to tell us. Oh, stuck in the mud. Okay, look at this elephant. He's stuck in the mud, and he has this canary on him. I think that's a canary. 2, again, is partnership, balance, etc. 4 is is allowing the path, like I mentioned. So allowing this path, and that combines for a 6, which is healing, self-healing, self-love journey, that kind of thing. But let's see what else this card has to say. Okay, so even though you're moving and you're in a time of movement and you're moving forward, there's a plane flying over, you might hear that. It's quite loud. Okay, so you might have resisted this solitude and you might be excited, like, okay, I'm moving forward again. But they're saying the solitude had a purpose, okay? Because sometimes the only way to trick yourself into slowing down and looking around you and savoring the wonder of your life is by being in this stillness, okay? Being stuck in the mud. So if you felt like you were stuck in the mud back here, there was purpose for it. So don't resist being in the pause in motion as you move forward on your path. There may be other pauses that come, and they have a purpose. They invite you to stop and savor the wonder of your life, okay? Yeah, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me, sorry. When you struggle, like when you're in this place of solitude and you struggle to move before it's time to move forward, you're just inviting more struggle and even more mud. It's like quicksand, right? So yeah, they're saying you're moving forward whether you're aware of it or not, okay? Like I said, you might not be aware of it, that you're on board with this ostrich and being moved, because in your world you might be still stuck on this little island in this little hut. And it might not feel like you're moving because nothing right immediately around you has changed. But the greater, zoom out from this island. So this is the zoom in, you're on this island, right? And you look like you're stuck in the mud, right? That's what this is saying. And you're resisting that. You don't want to. So you're trying to get out of the stuckness. But the more you try to get out of the stuckness, the more you create more muddiness, right? So, but if you zoom out, you're actually moving forward, okay? Even if it feels like you're standing still because you're on this little island, on this little hut, right? In this little hut, you're actually moving forward. You're not fully aware of it yet, okay, is what this is telling me. It's like this canary on the elephant. He's still, but the elephant's moving, right? It's like you're standing still, but the ostrich is moving you forward. So, and this is 2 is partnering, and 4 is allowing the path. But it's also partnering with 4 is security and foundation, and you know, so this is, you're building a strong foundation back here, and that's the purpose, and you need to allow that. Sometimes the pauses have to happen, okay? Sometimes you're just meant to observe. So here you are, you're on there, you're a passenger, you're observing. Here again, passenger, you're observing what's happening as you're moving forward. But you're not actively moving. You're sitting on top of the ostrich, sitting on top of the elephant. But that's okay, they want you to tell you. Okay, clarity about your circumstances will come to light a little later on. Stop and find the joy in what you've been overlooking, okay? Zoom out, see what you've been overlooking. You've been seeing yourself as stuck, okay, and in solitude, maybe stuck in solitude and you haven't enjoyed it maybe, but enjoy it and zoom out and see that you are still moving forward. You can see that with these 2 cards, right? Soon you'll be out of the mud, but for now, be still and know that Spirit has a plan for you, okay? So for now, just be still, okay? Stop resisting the stillness, okay? It's important. And even in stillness, you're still moving forward, right? It's the pause in motion, is how I like to say it. So it's an interesting place to be. I understand the resistance. So the next card is unexpected help. So what's going to bring you? Oh, look, a compass. Wow. Yeah, you need that stillness to get your bearings. You need that stillness and that place of being just an observer and just going along for the ride, not actively moving yourself, but just being along for the ride and observing and being still and etc. You needed that. 5 is being on the path. Okay, 0 is fearlessness and carefreeness. You needed this compass. You needed to get your bearings. Okay, and there's a little frog in there. That represents opportunity. So you needed the compass moment. You know, you needed to find your compass, right? Is how it's coming. You needed to find your compass. And that's what that's all about. And you're still kind of in that place, even though you're moving forward. Now you can see, hopefully, if you didn't see before today, you can see from this reading that you are still moving forward, even though you're sitting still, which is ironic, and it's an oxymoron. That's why I say pause in motion. It's an oxymoron, right? But you are... you're still moving forward even though you're sitting still. And this is because you needed the help that you're receiving as you're finding your compass. You're finding, so your true north, right? As long as you orient your compass to your true north, the direction of your higher power, you will never be lost. So that's what you're doing here. You're orienting your compass to the true north, to your true north, right? So that you'll never be lost. You're entering uncharted territories right now and can expect wonderful new experiences. To stay on the highest path of your destiny, you'll need to keep your compass pointed to true north. Only spirit or a higher power can serve this function. Money, property, prestige, romance, and other material achievements can't help you find your true path. They are simply things you may experience along the journey. Know that Spirit is working in your life, so even if you feel lost temporarily, it will be easy to find your way. Have faith and trust, for your compass with Spirit as true north will ensure that you'll never be lost, even on the starless night when all seems dark. So yeah, look at this. This is Spirit is moving you forward. So you have to let go and allow Spirit to take you in the direction of true north, to take you in the direction that you need to be. So your mission right now was to connect with yourself, right? Experience the stillness and the solitude and this quote unquote stuckness. So the pause and the motion, so that you could align yourself and your compass with the true north, your internal compass. But Spirit is still moving you forward. Think of the ostrich and the elephant as spirit. You can look up those animals and see what they represent as well. But so that's what's been going on. So this is the unexpected help, right? That you weren't aware of. You weren't aware that this is what was going on with you. Or maybe you were aware of it, but not to this extent, right? So the next action for you, because now you've been in that pause and not taking so much action for a while now, right? So you've been just in this paused place and you've been going along for the ride, like I've mentioned, and you felt stuck and like you weren't taking action, but you were actually aligning yourself to your true north. So that's what was going on. We know that now. So the next action for you is wishing well. Look at that. So now we bring this sense of security, the 4 and the 8, into the, with the abundance. So allowing the path of abundance. So you had the 2, the partnership with abundance, the 2, the partnership with security, right? and foundations. So you've allowed the abundance, you partnered with the abundance, you partnered with the security by being in this pause and motion that you were in. You're on path now because you've aligned your compass with your true north. So now you're allowing the path of abundance, the 4, and the security is going to come from this abundance. So the 4 and the 8 combine, and then that also brings us a 12, which brings us to the 3, which is big picture unity, right? So wishing well. The action for you to take next is to make your wishes, okay? Desire is the sacred impulse for life. Feel it, but let go of all attachment to ownership. So what you've been learning how to do, like this card said, I think it was, you'll experience lots of wonderful material things along your path, but that's not what guides you. That's not what directs you. That's not what your path is about. Those are experiences, wonderful, joyful experiences to have, but your true compass is facing toward your spirit, which is what your true journey is about. But you can experience all kinds of wonderful things along the way. And don't make desire wrong, the desire for those things. Your desire is completely normal, and it is the sacred impulse of life. Feel it, but let go of all attachment to ownership. So feel it, but don't try to control it. Don't try to, be, don't try to control the outcome. And look at that mask that's rising up here, right? That mask is interesting. It's a Joker's mask, right? So it's rising up out of this wishing well, and it's like the masquerade. You're letting go of the masquerade that you own anything or control anything, and you're going to allow your wishes and your desires to manifest, but without the need to control them, okay? Desire is the most important impulse for creating life. Now you're seeing the relationship between desire and inspiration, and sensing the moment of truth when you feel the inception of new life. It is an aha moment when everything makes sense. Okay, so that's what you're experiencing here with this unexpected help. You're coming to this place. Perhaps you recognize a soulmate, or are conceiving a baby or an idea. The wishing well card awakens you to the presence of unseen forces that enable new beginnings. Okay. Divine intelligence activates the field of possibilities where new life is co-created in a magical way. So yeah, your next action is to start co-creating with spirit, okay? Whatever it is that you're co-creating in this magical way. Neither you nor anyone else can know how or why this happens. It just does, okay? So coming to a place of accepting this, okay? This forward movement that you're not even, having to control or guide or direct, right? And to that end, you can't control the process of growth. That's what I was just saying. Rather, you must step aside to be a channel for higher forces and relinquish any attachment to how this new creation should appear or when. From your intention, and take action by dropping the coin into the wishing well, then trust in spirit and be prepared to be amazed. Okay, so wow, that is the action they want you to take, okay? So make the wish and then drop the coin in the wishing well and let spirit do the rest, okay? That doesn't mean you don't take action and do things, but the guidance, spirit will lead you, right? Let spirit lead you, right? Just like you're doing here. So the probable future destination is this, 49. So that's a progression. Look, we have 49 here, 48, then 49. And it's talisman. Talisman. That's really an interesting image, right? And look, she's on the path. She's definitely on the path, right? And look at the yin yang in perfect balance and harmony, like we talked about in the other things. Yeah, this is okay. So this is your probable future destination card. Okay. So a lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success you seek. Okay. So this is what this has all been about: is coming to that place of earning that wisdom, right? Learning those lessons. Wisdom allows you to recognize traps on the road and familiar patterns that you want to avoid. All right. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. It helps you recognize your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. Now you're at a place where you know the right things to do and the best choices to make. You really can't commit a mistake. Whatever your inquiry, great fortune awaits you, for you have the wisdom to arrive at the right decision. You've learned your lessons and earned your right to success. Wow. So yeah, all of this was leading to this, is leading to this, where you're wise and you know what you need to do, and you don't fall into any of the old trappings that you may have fallen into before. And yeah, your success is assured. So allowing fulfillment, okay, of these wishes, allowing completion, fulfillment, wholeness. That's what the 9 represents. And when we put those together, we get a 13, which combines for a 4, which is also allowing the path and security and etc. So, yeah. New beginning, the 13 as well as new beginnings in the big picture, right? The 1 and the 3. So yeah, you'll have the big picture. That's what you've learned all the lessons, and you now have your future destination is being in a place of having the big picture, having the map, being able to step forward, with confidence, with surety, and with knowing your wishes are going to be fulfilled, because you've learned all of your mistakes and you've earned your wisdom. That is your reading, my pile number 2. What a beautiful reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Go have a beautiful, beautiful day. All right. My pile number 3. You chose the Chrysoprase. I can't pronounce that. Anyways, you've chosen the I want to say Chrysoprase. Anyways, I said it at the beginning, so properly, so you'll hopefully remember that and look it up if you want to. But it's and I'll put it in the description in where you're choosing your piles, so that you can look it up if you choose to. Chrysoprase, I think it is. But anyways, let's see what your reading says. So the first card is past influences, okay? So what's been your past influences? Look at this card, 22, Master Creator, Master Builder. The beautiful, owl who's very wise. And then he's holding this, it's like a dandelion that's gone into the pollination. So the seeds have been planted like this. And he's sitting on an egg, so that's also seeds planted, right? So all about the inception of something and intention. So your intentions are what you've been manifesting, what you've been building, right? So deliberate, clear intentions have the power to change your world, okay? So you've learned how to intend. You've learned how to connect to the power of your intention. That's what you've been doing in the past. You've learned how to do that, how to live deliberately with clarity and detachment. So you know how to manifest, is what this card is telling me. That's what your past has brought you. Okay, so now let's see what your present vantage point is. Look at that. You understand to go slow and steady. You understand divine timing. That's what this tells me. You understand that you've released attachment to the outcome, including the timing of the outcome. All right. Look at her. She's a snail and an angel. Slow and steady. Yeah, you've really learned how to manifest. And that one of the keys to manifesting is slow and steady wins the race. There's actually, when I said one of the keys to manifesting just now, it was on the clock said 2244. So that's pretty cool, because 22 is Master Builder Creator, like I mentioned, and 44 is Master Healer Manifester. So very cool. You've got this. You know how to do it. So yeah, you've learned how to intend and how to manifest and how to create, and you understand that slow and steady wins the race. There's no race. There's no rush with divine timing. There's no rushing it, and there's no need to. Okay, this is a time for easy movement, unhurried steps, and a steady heart. Trust that taking life at a more leisurely pace will give you greater access to your dreams. Slowing down allows more contact with the juicier elements of your life. Savor them. Yeah, you've come to understand this. That is amazing. Yeah. Okay, now what do you resist? Because, you're not perfect. although you are perfect ultimately, but you know, they want to tell you something about what you resist so that we can make even better choices going forward, right? So, oh, yeah, look at this, the gentle gardener. Look at this old wise woman looking down on these eggs that are birthing angels, and like birthing this one, birthing you. Maybe you, okay, gentle gardener. Yeah, you resist. Okay. I'm going to go to the book, to his partnership. I'm going to go to the book I hear. They're telling me something, but they want me to go to the book first, okay? So that, be your own person. Be a conscious co-creator. The gentle gardener is visiting you at this moment in your life to remind you that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs create the reality that you experience. She is the embodiment of the energy within you that is sent out into the field of co-creation and ensures that all that you are is reflected in the world of form. Are you aware of your thoughts? What is their quality? See, you know how to intend. You know how to plant these seeds, how to nurture these eggs, how to fertilize these eggs, right? And you understand that it's a slow and steady process. But they want to make sure what you resist is that everything you think, believe, create is creative. You are co-creating all the time, okay? All the time. You need to be aware that you are always, creating these yourself, like, because this is you, right? This angel, and there she is here. You're creating versions of yourself. You're creating versions of your life constantly, is what they want you to know. So, are you aware of your thoughts? What is the quality of your thoughts? Believe in limitless possibility, and you will see miracles unfold. Okay? The gentle gardener guarantees the integrity of everything you send out into the world. Stay positive and expect a wondrous return. Your garden is abundant with beauty. So you resist this idea that everything you think is creative, but they're here to tell you that it is. Okay? So, because you are such a master, remember I said the 22 and the 44, the master creator, master builder, and the 44, the master manifester. You are the master manifester, okay? So they want you to know that. You resist how powerful you are. Understanding, knowing, accepting how powerful you are. They want you to stop resisting that and turn it in a positive direction so that you can experience the miracles that are possible for you to experience through your power to manifest and create your life. Okay, that's what they're saying to me right now, and it's very, very, very clear. So the next card is the unexpected help. Oh, look at that. 11, the psychic intuitive number, right? Balancing act. Yeah, you have so many twos. Two, right? And then ones. It's all twos and ones. Look at that. 22 and 11, two master numbers. Okay, first and foremost. And then the 1 and the 2 combined, and then the 2 here. So it's all ones and twos here for you. And this is like, the duality. You have to balance the duality in this world, right? And when you understand how to balance the duality in this world, and that's when you're a powerful manifester. So this is the thing, I say to turn everything in a positive direction because your thoughts are so creative, but that doesn't mean you have to be, only able to ever think a positive thought, or to only be able to, like this whole think positively all the time kind of thing. That doesn't work, because the world exists in duality, and there is positive and negative, but you need to be able to balance that and understand it and accept the wholeness of it, right? I've talked about this before in other readings. So this is what this card is alluding to, is that, that's part of how you became this master manifester, and become the master manifester is by understanding that balance, that delicate balance between the duality of the world, in order to be able to stay positive even when there's negatives, right? So that you can continue to create positives even in the presence of negatives that exist, okay? So staying calm within, no matter what the fluctuations of the outer conditions, right? That's how they're saying it in the book, but that's exactly what I'm saying. Stay positive even when the negatives are there. There are times when things seem a bit topsy-turvy, and it feels as though you're juggling 1,000 balls in the air. Perhaps you're unsure of your footing. Now is the moment to evaluate which areas of your life need balance and then restore equilibrium. Choose harmony over discord, and great success will be yours. You'll find inner stability when you choose a balanced, focused, and level path. So that's the unexpected help, is that they're reminding you, so you're connected to them. They're going to help you with that. This is the psychic intuitive number. Practice your psychic intuitive acts, whatever they might be, whatever you do to connect with them, so that they can help you with this balancing act. They want to help you with this balancing act, okay? All right. The next card is the next action for you to take. Oh, wow. Rock bottom. This isn't what you think it is. But so this is a new beginning. This is like, you know, starting over after coming to a certain place, right? So the 10 is the 10 is an ending of a cycle and the beginning of a cycle, all wrapped in one. It's a completion and a arrival and then a starting point. So that's what this rock bottom is. It's not nothing to be fearful of, okay? I don't want you to be fearful of that word, okay? But so what the book says, and it puts it very nicely, is surrender and acceptance are the keys to freedom. Okay? So this comes back to this, when there are negative circumstances, when you surrender to those negative circumstances and accept them, you're freed from them. And that's what this 10 is about. It reminds me of the 10 of Swords. And that's exactly what the 10 of Swords is about. Accepting the circumstances as they are, even if they're unpleasant. Okay, because when you accept them and surrender, you're freed from them, okay? So as difficult as it may be to accept, it seems that you've reached a point where you can go no further in the same manner in which you've been doing things. So even though you're this master creator, manifester, and everything that understands so much, what you've been struggling with is this wanting to, when you go into a negative space, you do manifest negativity. So how do you balance that? They want to help you with that. And this is what this is about. Surrender. They're telling you the answer. Surrender and acceptance are the keys to freedom. Okay? So your next step is to surrender and accept negativity exists. So when I say stay positive, it doesn't mean deny the negative. Okay? They want to make that clear. Okay? So perhaps you've hit a proverbial brick wall or experienced a deep sense of loss and don't know where to turn. And that might be causing you to feel negative emotions, and then you'll start to experience negative experiences, etc., etc. So the old way of doing things must be discarded fully in order to move forward and upward. A new direction and a new strategy are called for. So that's what we're talking about, right? It's not, yeah. So the only way out is through surrender. Accept things as they are and admit that you have no idea what to do next. If you wait in that heartfelt moment of release, then a stairway will appear like magic, okay? And all manner of synchronicities will show you the way to higher ground. The rock bottom card is a sign that a miracle is about to occur, but only if you let go completely. So your next step is to surrender completely, let go completely. So if you're experiencing negative things, so I see it as a spiral, right? So you can spiral down or you can spiral up, and that's what this card was talking about. And with the stairway appearing. So I'm not talking about denying that negative things are happening or negative experiences are happening or that you're having negative emotions. Don't deny any of it. Allow it, accept it, surrender to it so that you're not focused on it. Because when you become focused on it, because you were such a master manifester, if you become super focused on it and entrenched in it and obsessed with it and fixated on it, you will start to spiral down. But if you can accept and surrender to what is, okay, and allow the existence of the duality, this balancing act, right, and stay connected to your psychic intuitive self, and surrender and release and let go completely, that spiral up will occur magically, like they said here, okay? The miracle will occur, and you'll start to spiral up again, okay? It's that simple, really. It is for you. Okay, so this is the next card. The last card is the probable destination, future destination. So let's see where you're headed, right? Oh, one. Interesting. So it's all been ones and twos, right? And then the 0, the 10. But it's been ones and twos, all your cards. That's really, really interesting. So this is called the Bone Collector. Again, don't get too caught up in the name. And, you know, because it's not bad. The Bone Collector. So where you're headed is you are whole and have everything you need within. Okay, so that's what this card represents. So that's the direction you're headed in. That's the destination you're headed for. Being whole. When you figure out this balancing act, okay, when you surrender and accept that, you know, there's duality in the world. And this is like all these twos represent duality. All this, like this 1-1 represents, you know, it's in binary, language. It's that duality. So, yeah, you are headed to a place of wholeness where you accept all, the positive and the negative. But your focus is on on the positive, so you're spiraling up instead of spiraling down. Okay? So when the Bone Collector appears, she is asking you to look closely at your circumstances to see if you're fully present or reacting out of past conditioning and unconscious expectations. Whenever we're wounded, especially when we're young, it's as if something essential is stolen from us. We adapt and accept a version of the truth, and then that sets us up to behave a certain way in the future, and when faced with a situation similar to the original event. What we know about ourselves thus becomes influenced by a perception of limitation. You may feel unworthy or without courage. You may see yourself as flawed or unlovable, or expect to be criticized. The Bone Collector reminds you that the truth is that you are a powerful being with limitless possibilities. So when you come to this place of being the Bone Collector and understanding that you are limitless and that you are this master manifester and that you create your reality, whether it's spiraling down or spiraling up, and that's within your choices to make. And when you figure out how to achieve this balancing act and surrender and accept the negative while not being fixated on it, you'll be whole and complete, and you'll know that you're powerful, the full extent of your power here, and you will know that you're a powerful being with limitless possibilities. Okay. So what has been stolen from you in the wounding that you've experienced is still here for you to reclaim. Okay, so anything that you've lost in any of these wounded experiences that you may have had, or when you spiral down, it's still here, it's still safe. You can reclaim it. You haven't lost anything. You have everything that you believe you lack. Okay, that's where you're headed, to understanding that. Act as if you, that's why it's the Bone Collector. You might feel like you've spiraled down at times, and it's left skeletons, bones lying around, but you can pick those back up. You can, the Bone Collector can pick those back up at any time and manifest something new. Okay. Act as if you have what you need, and you'll find you have it after all. Anything is possible. With awareness, the wounds of the past need not define you. Okay? So don't focus on, this is what it's saying. You might be focusing on the negative, things that have happened in the past, and you might be thinking, well, I'm such a master manifester and I know that I can create, but why did I create these things? Don't focus on that. There was a purpose, there was a reason. Don't worry about it. They're here to try to help you understand, and you may have manifested those things so you could understand that you're powerful, you're unlimited, your unlimited power, but it goes in both directions. But you get to choose the direction. Okay, by accepting that it goes in both directions, you get to choose. And it's again like that coin. You have to accept both sides of the coin to have the whole coin, to become this Bone Collector who collects all the things that you believe you've lost in the past, collects them back up and reminds you that you're whole. You're whole. Okay. I see this here, and I hear time heals all wounds, and then I see this rabbit, and I'm reminded of the magic of life and the magician you are. And it's Yeah. You can go either direction. You need to learn how to do this balancing act where you're not negating either direction, because when you negate either direction, you may get stagnant, stuck, etc. And but yeah, you're learning how to become this whole being, and that's what you're destined to be, a whole being who understands your limitless power to create and intend. All right, that is my pile number 3. I hope this made sense, and I hope it resonated with you, and I hope it brings you some sort of peace, and I hope that you go and have a beautiful, wonderful day. Okay, bye-bye.